Hello all. I would like to thank you for joining us today for this webinar. It is an honor to have Dr. Sunita Didi with us today. We like to keep some housekeeping point in the mind that everyone will be muted upon entry. And then I would like to give the stage to Mona to talk about Sunita Didi.
Good morning, Mona.
Thank you, Dharmesh. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Mona Gupta, and on behalf of Aipno Medical Yatra, I'm honored and privileged to introduce Raj Yogini Dr. B.K. Sunita Didi ji, an international management consultant and senior Raj Yoga teacher from Brahma Kumari's headquarters, Abu, in Rajasthan, India. On the occasion of American independence, she will orate on being positive no matter what. I think we all agree that during this current era, with all what's going on around us, we all will benefit from listening to this topic. There will be a question and answer session after the presentation, both on Zoom and YouTube. Please write your questions in the chat box. And before we hand over to her, I request Dr. Mehta to please play a 2-minute inspiring intro video. And I will hand over to Raj Yogini, Dr. B.K. Sunita Didi ji after the video.
Since the last 4 decades, a Raj Yogini of high thinking, pleasant majesty, and living example of values of simplicity, truthfulness, love, and humility, embedded with divine knowledge of Lord Shiva through Brahma Baba. She is none other than the international management consultant Raj Yogini Dr. Brahma Kumari Sunita Didi, currently based at international headquarters of Brahma Kumaris at Shantivan, Abu Road, Rajasthan, and is one of the senior Raj Yoga teachers, life member of the Brahma Kumaris Media Wing, and winner of Best Concept Academy Award as director of highly popular documentary film Naritva Darshan, with its mind-boggling tagline, नारी को नहीं नारित्व को देखिए एक वैचारिक क्रांति. She is also an icon of inspiration and emulation for the masses through social media, including YouTube. Born in Mumbai in 1969, with an inborn quality of selfless service, today, with blessings of her family and seniors of Brahma Kumaris, she has gained immense eminence as a spiritual mentor in the hearts of many throughout the world. She has not only written the best inspirational book for youngsters, Key to Unlock Exam Stress, but is also a national and international speaker at NGOs, corporates, and institutions on the standard of life taught by Brahma Kumaris, and is the winner of countless national and international recognitions and awards, including the Lifetime Achiever Yog Ratna Award, Amazing Speaker Award, Spiritual Entrepreneur Award, Exceptional Woman of Excellence Award, Femina Superwoman Award, Ambassador for Peace Award, and many more. With an MSc and MBA from USA, and finally a PhD with thesis on spirituality for self-empowering leaders, a comparative study of leaders in India and in USA, she has a powerful, clear personal vision to bring science, psychology, management and spirituality together in the service of developing world sovereigns through self-sovereignty. Her high, energetic, positive vibes brings out the feeling Shubh hi Shubh hai, Shubh hi Sundar hai, Shubh hi Shiv hai. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our fabulous spiritual motivational speaker par excellence, Raj Yogini, Dr. Brahma Kumari Sunita Didi.
I will hand over to Raj Yogini, Dr. B.K. Sunita Didi ji now.
Om Shanti and very, very good morning to all of you, all the respected members of Association of Indian Physicians of North Ohio in Cleveland, USA. Thank you very much, President Dr. Rupesh Raina ji, President-elect Dr. Dharmesh Mehta ji, Chairperson Medical Yatra Dr. Mona Gupta ji, and past chairperson of Medical Yatra, Mr. Ramesh Bhai Shah, Dr. Jayaben Shah, and all the esteemed members, and all of you all over the world who are participating via YouTube too. Thank you so much for joining today. And the topic today is being positive no matter what. And since you all have chosen to join this, I'm very sure that you all have the experience of being positive. And it is that power of positivity which has allowed you to choose to join this session today, in spite of all the other tasks or the commitments that you might be having. So thank you so much. Let us start by asking you a question that being positive, no matter what, how does it sound? Is it difficult or is it easy? Is it possible or is it impossible? You may write down on the chat. How does it sound? Difficult, easy, possible, impossible? Please write down in the chat whether you are on YouTube, whether you are on Zoom. Yes. Let us wait for everybody's answers. How do you find it? Yes? Yes, Dr. Mona ji, Dr. Dharmesh ji on Zoom. Do we have any answers on Zoom, Dr. Dharmesh ji? Not that difficult. Yes, Ramesh Bhai Shah says, not that difficult. So great. We will be listening to his experience also at the end. It's not that difficult, means it is difficult, okay, to a certain extent, okay. Yes. So majority, it's possible on YouTube. There's someone who says it's possible. Yes. So great. When you're saying it is possible, Mona Gupta ji is also saying, someone is saying it's possible. Yes. So it's good. So we are going to even learn from you. How are you making it possible? So that's very nice. Well, majority I find that the answer is that it is possible, but it is difficult. That it is possible, but it is difficult. But at the end of this session, all of you will say that it is possible as well as very easy. You can make it. So let us understand this, that why is it that when you have prepared a to-do list, whatever you want to do, say for example, you wake up in the morning and you think of, doing some meditation. Then after that, you want to get up ready and go to your office work, go to hospitals. Since you are doctors, you want to go to hospital and attend your patients, attend your other administration tasks. Maybe nowadays you might be occupied more with the meetings because of the coronavirus, the new thing that has come up, the pandemic. And so there are changing government policies, rules, and everything about medicines and all that. So maybe you are more occupied with more online meetings and everything. And then you are also occupied with new patients, so new mindset of people. Well, when you have all this to-do list prepared, and then suddenly when you wake up in the morning, you say that you find yourself, maybe your body, with fever. Now, what is the first thought that will come in your mind? You had all the to-do list to prepare. You were all ready for that to do. And when you woke up in the morning, you see that your body is with high fever. Now, what is the first thought that will come? Of course, today's prevailing situation, the first thought would be, oh my God, I hope I have not caught up with corona, isn't it? So it is something negative. Now, when you're thinking about past, whatever happened in the past, even say pre-corona period, there might have been certain situations where you feel that you have not accomplished something as per your target, as per what you desire. And so presently, what is the first thought it comes when you think about those things in the past which you have not fulfilled as per what you have desired, as per what is your goal setting, and you have not accomplished that? So what would be the first thought when you think about that? Again, oh my God, why couldn't I complete that? I should have done that time. Why didn't I do it? So again, the thought that pops up in our mind is about negative. Now, if we think about the future, and the future based on the prevailing situations today, you would say, what would be the first thought that comes in your mind? That about this new generation, what is going to be their future? How are they going to survive? What will happen tomorrow because of the economic uncertainty, because of all types of uncertainty? What is going to happen tomorrow? Again, that question mark, again, that is a negative thought. So whether we are in the present scenario, whether you're thinking about the past, whether you're thinking about the future, the first thought that pops up in the mind is negative. Maybe you are traveling from your home to your hospital and you are in a very good mood today. Okay, today I'm very positive and I'm going to be at my best when I see the patients, and I'm going to feel very fine. And with that positive mood, you start traveling your journey towards your hospital. Now, on the way, before you reach the hospital, there you see there's an accident that has occurred. Now, you were so all happy and all positive, and suddenly you're seeing an accident, and that too an accident of a very small child. Now, when you reach your hospital and you meet your colleagues there, what do you narrate? What will be your talk about with your colleagues? Will it be about that good, positive mood that you started off with? Or will it be about the accident? Yes, accident, and that too of a young, very small boy, isn't it? So why it is like that, whenever we are thinking, sitting maybe want to relax ourselves, but yet we find that our mind is in not control, and there are various types of negative information that we, or throughout the day that we are listening and hearing, those things pop up in our mind. Why is it happening like that? Now, see, for example, if I ask you, who is your favorite? Yes, you may write down in the chat, please. Who is your favorite? It could be your favorite poem. It could be your favorite doctor. It could be your favorite, any hero. It could be your favorite sports person. It could be anybody, anything. It could be your favorite book. So who or what is your favorite? Please write down in the chat. Who or what is your favorite? Please write down in the chat. Let us be quick. It's something which you all have someone or the other favorite. So let's make it very interactive today by using all these facilities of Zoom. Yes. So please write down in the chat, who is your favorite? What is your favorite? Who is your favorite? Please do that. My family, someone says. Yes, anybody else? Yes, yes. Please write down on the chat. It could be a YouTube chat. It could be a Zoom chat. Wherever, please. Yes, Arunaji, please write down on the chat. Sarojji, please write down on the chat. Who is your favorite? What is your favorite? Yes. Yes, Dr. Dharmeshji. Grandchildren. Yes. Yes. Great, great. So, all those who have present today and whatever you have thought about who is your favorite, tell me honestly, did any one of you think about your own self? That you yourself are your favorite? No. So we are not even being positive about our own self. Forget about others. We are not even being positive for ourselves. Now, why is it like this? Why is it that we want to be positive, but we are not able to be positive? So let us understand this through an activity, Dr. Dharmeshji. We are going to do an activity to understand why we are not, being able to be positive. Now, in this activity, I request Dr. Dharmeshji, the host, to unmute everybody. You all will be unmuted and you all unmute your mics also. And what you have to do is that I will be saying few words, simple words with spellings, and I request all of you to say those together. Fine? So you have to say those spellings and words, you repeat with me together. All ready on Zoom to do this? Yes. Those who are on YouTube can do at your place. Maybe we are not able to listen to you, but here on Zoom, you will be able to listen to everybody who are doing on Zoom. So please unmute yourself, everybody. Yes, yes, please unmute yourself. Yes. And now the first word is boast. B-O-A-S-T, boast. All together, please say 5 times.
Boast,
Everybody should be able to listen.
boast,
Boast,
boast, boast,
This spelling. B-O,
boast,
B-O-A-S-T, boast. Which spelling?
B-O-E-S-T, boat.
B-O-A-S-T, boast. B-O-A-S-T,
B-O-A-S-T, boat.
boast,
B-O-A-S-T, boat.
boast. Everybody,
B-O-A-S-T,
B-O-A-S-T, boast. Now, another word, roast. R-O-A-S-T, roast. Which spelling 5 times? R-O-A-S-T.
R-O-A-S-T, R-O-A-S-T,
R-O-A-S-T,
R-O-A-S-T,
R-O-A-S-T.
roast,
R-O-A-S-T,
R-O-A-S-T,
roast.
A-S-T, roast. Please unmute everybody yourself. Then only we can listen to your voice. Yeah, there are so many still muted. Yes, yes. And now the another word is coast. C-O-A-S-T, coast. 5 times.
C-O-A-S-T,
C-O-A-S-T,
boast,
boast.
C-O-A-S-T, boast,
C-O-A-S-T, boast.
C-O-A-S-T, boast, C-O-A-S-T, boast,
Boast.
C-O-A-S-T, toast.
C-O-A-S-T,
Now
boast.
what do you put in the toaster 5 times? T-O-A-S-T, toast. T-O-A-S-T.
C-O-A-S-T, boast.
C-O-A-S-T,
Toast. C-O-A-S-T, toast. C-O-A-S-T, toast.
Thank you so much. So all of you said that what do you put into the toaster?
boast
What do you put in the toaster?
bread,
Yes, bread. But what did we say 5 times? What did we say 5 times? We said toast. We did not say bread. Why? Because and now please I request the host to mute everybody. Yes. So unmute me. Yeah. So why did we say bread? Why did not we say bread and why did we say toast? Because we said boast, roast, coast. So what follows? Toast. And this conditioning for was how much time? I think hardly 1 minute or so. So imagine only because of 1 minute of conditioning, instead of bread, we said toast. So just imagine that this is a conditioning since childhood, or maybe even through our previous births, that, when anybody is, you are seeing an accident and you talk about the accident, when you're caught up with the fever, the first thought is negative. When anybody is insulting you, you say, no, I'm not okay. When anybody, any patient who is not compliant with you will say that I should get irritated, because even after so much of efforts that I'm putting in to explain to him, but he is not at all listening, and then he is complaining more and more. So you say that, of course, if the children are not behaving properly, then of course that, I get irritated, and how can I be positive? Then for being positive is very difficult. And this is difficult because it has been our conditioning since so many years. We have learned this, that to get angry, to say negative thoughts, say negative words, that is something which is very normal. To feel upset, to feel hurt, that is something very normal. This is what we have conditioned ourselves. So now, if we want to be positive, no matter what we require to do is we just require to change our conditioning. And as doctors, you all very well know that we have conscious mind as well as a subconscious mind. And it is the subconscious mind that actually works at night when we are sleeping. And before going to sleep, if we create a positive thought in our mind, the subconscious mind is trained to think positively. And whole night it is trained to think positively. And when you wake up in the morning, your first thought will be positive, no matter what. Because before going to sleep at night, your last thought was positive, and therefore, when you wake up in the morning, your first thought will be positive. Say, when you have to travel, when you have to get up early in the morning, and you have to catch an early morning flight to go somewhere from one state to another. At that time, what you do, you put an alarm maybe, and you have that thought repeatedly in your mind that tomorrow morning I have to wake up early because I have to catch a flight. And you put an alarm and you go to sleep. Now, you all might be having this experience that before the alarm rings, you might be waking up, isn't it? Now, why does that happen? Because your last thought at night was that you want to wake up at this time in the morning. And so the subconscious mind is trained throughout the night when you're sleeping. And so automatically, before the alarm rings, at that particular time, maybe before the time also, you wake up. Right? So this is how our mind is affecting our body. And it creates that melatonin or something, that chemical in the body, and therefore we are all awake in the morning, isn't it? So this mind, it has that effect on the body. If we are thinking negative, it will have a negative effect on the body. So when our mind is at dis-ease, the body develops diseases. So when you have patients coming in front of you, and if they are not complying with whatever you say, we need to understand that along with the body, it is their mind also which requires the treatment. So if we are positive ourselves, then only we can empower them to be positive. But if we only become negative as to what is this patient, how he behaves, he doesn't even listen so much, how are we going to treat him or that, and if the patient, sometimes the patients are such that they may retaliate. And, because of today coronavirus and all that, in fact, the patients are also fearful that they may not catch virus from the doctors also. They are even having that fear. So we need to have very strong positive mindset. If we are having strong positive mindset, then only we can actually, empower our patients also, empower others who are in our contact. And to make our mindset very positive, it's very important that we connect with our innate self. Because whatever happens to us is only 10%, but how we respond to what happens to us, that is 90%. And how we respond is based on what we are actually thinking inside us. It is not what is happening outside that is of a major issue, but it is inside. What is my self-talk? That is of more importance. So if I pay attention on my self-talk, that inside me, that I pay attention, I connect with my inner self, that in this physical body, if I dissect from here and here, then behind the pituitary gland, near the hypothalamus, there is an energy, which in scientific language we call it as psyche, and in spiritual language we call it as soul. So we are that soul, that inner self here inside the physical body, inside here, near the pituitary gland, in the center of our forehead. This is our driving seat. Where in a car the driver sits. He sits where there is a steering wheel, where there is the accelerator, where there is a brake, where there is all the control mechanism of the car. He sits there so that he can control the entire car. So also the soul, the soul, we are the drivers of this physical body, which is like a car. And the main mechanism of this physical body is the brain, through which all our nervous system is connected. So we are seated here in the center of the forehead. And when we are connected with our inner self here, we find that we have many thoughts in our mind. And mind is one of our faculty, which is creating many thoughts, negative, positive, waste, ordinary. But there's another faculty, that is the intellect, which is choosing as to which thought should I now actually execute. Because there are various thoughts coming in our mind, but it is my intellect which has that power to choose. And that is my ability to respond. Now this intellect, based on my knowledge, based on the knowledge that I have about myself, it's like, when a patient is coming in front of you and he has, say, a problem which you are not an expertise of. Maybe you are a gynecologist and the patient has come up with a heart problem. So your intellect, you have not stored the knowledge about cardiology, right? So your intellect won't be choosing those thoughts as to, what medicine you can give to the patient, because you do not have that type of knowledge about cardiology. Yes, if a patient comes with any gynec problem and you're a gynecologist, well, you have all the experience, you have all the knowledge about it, and very quickly, instantly, you will know what is the disease about, and you will prescribe the medication for it. But then, if you do not have the knowledge of it, you cannot do it. Similarly, I, the soul here, which has the mind, which has the intellect, and that intellect, I need to understand that I need to gain more of the knowledge about my inner self. The more I gain this knowledge about my inner self and I identify myself with my inner self, then automatically I will choose, whatever the situation may be outside, I will choose a response based on that particular knowledge that I have gained about my inner self. And then I act upon that choice. And once I act upon that choice and I repeatedly act upon it, it will become my sanskar, my personality. And then it will just go on an automatic mode to, make that choice once again. Just for you, if you have years of experience in your field of doctorate and whatever your expertise is, then it's very instant that you prescribe the medication, after diagnosis. So also, once I gain this knowledge about my inner self, that it is not this physical body that I am, but I am a soul who is ruling this physical body, and my innate qualities are positivity. That innately I'm very positive. My innate qualities are that I'm a peaceful soul. my innate qualities are that I'm very loveful. I'm very, very blissful. I'm a very happy soul. And these are my innate qualities, my inborn qualities. These are my original qualities. These are the qualities which really identify myself, my personality. Getting angry, being negative, getting hurt, feeling insulted, reacting. That these are not my qualities. These are not my original qualities. I have acquired them as I have been coming into the cycle of birth and death. But the original qualities of the soul, they are very peaceful, they are very positive. And when I realize this, when I have, gained this knowledge and I work upon this knowledge and I use this knowledge, this information, then I can transform my negative into positive. Because negative and positive, they are just energies. And these energies, they need to be transformed. The energy, if any negative thought is creative in my mind, I can either absorb it deeply into my heart and I say, oh, this is something very bad that is happening. This is not at all good that is happening. Why it is happening only with me? It should not happen with me. Why is God so unfair with me? And I keep on creating negative and absorbing it deep inside me. And then I cultivate only negative thoughts. No matter if anybody is also giving me positive input, I just take that also into a negative way and I'm not ready to take it positively. But if I am so deeply absorbing that negative, then any situation, even a minor situation, which goes beyond my expectation, then I will reflect back into a very negative tone again. But something else that we can do with this energy, rather than absorbing it, rather than reflecting back in a negative tone or in a negative reaction, one thing that I can do is to transform it. And this power of transformation comes only when we connect with our inner self. If we are just looking outside, and if our vision is just looking outside, then we can never ever transform this negative into positive, because outside everything is negative. And when we are focused on the outside, then we cannot get that solution to be positive, because the solution is inside, it is not outside. It's like, one story I remember to share with you, that in a palace there was one artist who had who had come to the king, and he told the king that, majesty, your majesty, I want to paint a spectacular painting on one of the walls of your palace, and that wall of the palace is made up of marble. And so he said, please provide one blank wall to me and I will paint a beautiful painting and you will be very delighted. So the king said, okay, fine. There was another young man there and he said, your majesty, please provide me also one wall just opposite to that wall, which is completely blank. And I also want to paint, something very spectacular. But the king said, what are you going to do? So he said that it won't be anything different, but it would be the same replica of what this artist is going to paint. So the king was very astonished and he said that, okay, so, it's like if you are going to paint the same thing, what this artist is going to paint, then it's like you're going to copy that artist. So there's nothing, something, unusual about it or something very, very great about it. So that artist, that young man said, no, I'm not going to copy. I will be painting the replica without even seeing what he is doing it. You may place a thick curtain, in the center, and you may also place your security guard to see there's no cheating done. And this was all set. And that artist, he used to bring all his colors, his buckets of paints, his brushes and oil and everything for painting a spectacular painting. And this young man used to only carry buckets of water and cloth with him. Now 1 month passed by, and the king was awaiting for seeing the painting, and he told his all his the ministers and all to just go and see if that task is over. And they came back that yes, the painting is done. And so the king went to see the painting, and there what he saw was a beautiful painting that the artist had painted, and he rewarded him with a lump sum award. Now on the other side, this young man who said that he would paint the replica of that thing, and there was a curtain in the center, there was a security guard, he could not cheat, he could not copy. And the king asked him, "Is your painting over?" He said yes. The curtain was removed, and there was ditto replica of that painting on the opposite wall. And the king was very, very pleased and delighted, and he awarded him with double the amount. And he said, "How could you do it?" He said, "Your Majesty, I had to do nothing. I had to just bring buckets of water and cloth and clean the wall to such an extent that it shone like a mirror. And whatever was there on the opposite is just reflected here, because this wall is completely clean now. It is shining like a mirror." So also, being positive is our innate quality. It is there inside us. It is our identity. It is there in our soul. That is our true quality. What we have to do is, through meditation, we just need to clean. Clean all that we have acquired up till now, the conditioning that we have acquired up till now, all the false belief systems that we have acquired up till now. We just need to clean that. It's like to keep the body healthy. You prescribe that, everybody should go for a detox, because it's very necessary that when you detox, then, you keep more healthy. So also it's detoxing the mind. There's so much of clutter in the mind that we gain throughout the day. Imagine there's so much of negative feeds that we are giving to the mind, and imagine we are doing it since so many years, since so many births, and it is all there deep grooved into our minds. So now we need to practice meditation. This corona, thanks to corona, that has given us this time that we connect with our own self, sit in meditation and clean ourselves daily. Every now and then, if every hour we give that minute to clean ourselves, then we can see those positivity inside us, be those positive that we are inside that. And whatever is the world outside, remember, it is a reflection of what we are inside. So it is whatever is outside. If we are seeing a problem outside, is actually the problem is there inside. If there's a disease outside, because we are at dis-ease inside. So if we want everything to be positive outside, let us emerge that positivity, our original quality which is hidden inside. Let us emerge that through meditation. It's like a volcano eruption. We emerge that positivity, and then we can always remain positive. I always see there's one formula to remember, which we always take it very illogical, and that is be, do, have. Be, B-E-D, D-O, do, H-A-V-E, have. What we say, if I have this, then I will do this, and then I will be. If corona goes away, then I will do so many things, and then I will be happy. If I have so much of funds, then I will do so and so, and then I will be so happy. And then if I have promotion, then I will do this, and then I will feel at peace. So it's always, if I have, then I will do, then I will be, then you can never be positive. But if you say, I am positive, I am happy, I am peaceful, then automatically you have that enthusiasm to do. You listen to the signals, the opportunities that are there in the environment. You grab those opportunities and you have what you want to have. It's like, when you're moving towards the shadow, what is happening? You're going towards the darkness. If you're saying, I want to have this shadow, I want to have this shadow, and you move towards the shadow, you will be moving towards the darkness. And you also lose the light in the process. But if you're moving towards the light, the shadow is following you. Whatever you say, I want to have, they are all like shadows. If you go behind them, you'll keep waiting and waiting forever in your life, you will never get them. And in fact, you'll be more into negativity, the darkness of negativity. But if you move towards the light which is there inside you, you are the light. You are the light which will enlighten others. So you are that light of positivity inside. So when I acknowledge myself that I am the light inside, I appreciate that myself, I accept myself, and I am, stabilized in my light within, automatically, whatever I want to have outside, it will follow it and I will get them. Because when I am the light within, I radiate that light outside to the universe, and whatever I radiate outside, it bounces back and comes back to me. So remember, be, do, have. And when you remember this formula, you'll always be positive no matter what. Sometimes some people ask me, till when shall we be positive? Because even if I am positive, there are others who are always negative. Then, we do lose our positivity and we start reacting. So till when shall we be positive? Sometimes when we are positive, the others think that we are weak and they just want to, overpower us. But then it is not that way. It is like you have to ask a question to yourself, till when do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be healthy only for 1 hour, 2 hours, for some time? Or you always want to be healthy? You always want to be healthy. You always want your immune system, immunity to be high. Then let me be positive always. Because when I'm positive, I'm happy. And when I'm happy, my immunity system automatically is on the high. It's only when I'm sad, when I'm stressed, that my immunity system is affected. But when I'm happy, when I'm positive, it's on the high. And when I'm positive, there has been an experiment done with a scientist. What he did was he took some water bottles and he said everybody that please create positive thoughts, please speak positive words, please sing positive music. And when all that was done and that water was crystallized, then it formed beautiful crystals. Then what he did was, he put again another water and he said, now everybody create negative thoughts, speak negative words, and play negative music. Something which is not very stressful music. All that was done and that water was crystallized and it did not convert into beautiful crystals. It was very, very dirty. So that experiment shows that if our thoughts can affect the water, imagine how the thoughts can affect our body, because our body, as all of you are doctors might be knowing, that this body is 70% water, isn't it? Or more than 70%. So, and the mind is in the body. So when we are creating positive thoughts, it's affecting that water level in the body. And so if we are creating positive thoughts, it's creating beautiful crystals in the body. So our body is keeping healthy. But if we are creating negative thoughts, it's creating all that negativity in the body, in the water. And so it's creating all the disturbances and the diseases in the body. So whenever you have this question, till when to be positive, remember, ask yourself, till when do you want to be healthy? And if your answer is forever, then remain positive forever, no matter what. So let us now do a few minutes of meditation before we conclude, and then we will take up your questions that you are going to write on the Zoom or on the YouTube. So let us sit back straight and with a beautiful smile on your face, being very positive about yourself, we are going to meet our positive being. Let us visualize with our intellect, the third eye, just as we visualize the stars in the sky at night. Just now it's morning for you in America, so you're not visualizing the stars in the sky, but you're visualizing it with your intellect, isn't it? So also we are going to visualize a shining star here in the center of our forehead and create a thought, I am very positive. I am a peaceful star. I radiate positive vibrations, peaceful vibrations, and there's a positive aura all around me. Very high energy level vibrations all around me. I look in, I'm positive, peaceful, blissful. Now let us look up, just like a free bird flying away from the cage. I myself, like a free bird, I fly beyond this cage of the body towards the sky, beyond the sky, towards the golden red sky, which is very beautiful, where all of us are shining like diamonds. In that golden red sky, we are shining like diamonds. It's such a beautiful scene. And in that golden red sky, which is our home, there we see our incorporeal, Almighty God Father, who is a flawless diamond, who is the ocean of positivity. Let me be grateful to Him. Gratitude is the highest positive attitude. Thank Him for all that He has given to us, for all His blessings, all His powers, all His virtues, all His love, all His positive energy. And make a determined thought that, oh God Father, I am your child. You are ocean of positivity. I am your child. I am master positive. I am master ocean of positivity. I will radiate your positivity, your love, your peace to everybody. You are the supreme surgeon, and it is your positivity that is healing me. I will use this positive energy to heal all those who come into my contact. Now when I come back into the center of my forehead, and when I look out through these eyes to others, they might be expressing their negative sanskar, but I see them in their original sanskar, that each one of us is the child of the Supreme Father, is a flower of His beautiful garden. And so I accept, I appreciate everybody as my brother and sister. And create only positivity for them, that each one of them is very fine. They are all very good. All are very positive. All are very loveful beings. And I connect my positive energy with their positive energy and radiate positivity in the universe around. I get what I give. And so I find myself abundance with positivity, no matter what. Thank you. Om Shanti. And now I look forward with your questions and feedback. So I request Dr. Dharmesh ji to unmute yourself and Dr. Mona ji for any questions. Or if anybody is there on the Zoom who would like to speak up, you may please click on the reaction there to raise hand and we can unmute you. There's a reaction there down, you'll see. On that, you may click on raise hand and you will be unmuted for a question if you would like to ask. Yes, please. Any question? Arpita ji would like to speak. She has unmuted herself. Arpita ji, would you like to share something?
No, I just have a comment. I really, it's you know what you said.
Yes, Mona ji, we are not able to listen to your audio. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can listen. Yes.
Just a comment, you know, what you mentioned that before sleeping, if you have a positive thought, then you wake up with positive thought. So that is, I find so powerful because I have experienced this myself as well. You know, at night, if I have conversation with somebody and it's negative, then not only it affects my sleeping, you know, it's difficult to sleep. You know, it's a disturbed sleep, and in the morning also you're thinking about the same thing, sort of. So whatever thought you have at night, the last before you sleep, is really affects you. And if you sleep with positivity, or you listen to, you know, sometimes I actually every day, me and my son, we listen to Hanuman Chalisa. That has become our routine now, and it's so peaceful that once we listen to that, that's the end. There's no more conversation after that. So I just wanted to relate that practically I have experienced that. So
Thank you so much. Very nice. Very nice.
We have one raised hand. Thank you, Mona. Yeah, I think we have one raised hand by Geeta Chawla. I think you are unmuted. Would you like to ask the question?
Yeah, my question was that body, mind, and intellect are connected. There's an interaction between the body, mind, and the intellect. So sometimes when there is a distraction in one of these elements, there is a negative effect. So how do you still remain positive?
Yes. Since you said it, there's a connection. Yes, it is very well connected. It's a healthy mind in a healthy body, we say. So we need to start with our mind, our intellect, in fact. Because the mind is also, you know, we say it's like a wild horse, and the reins of this mind is the intellect. So we need to start with the intellect. And the intellect is the third eye which visualizes. So what we need to do is we need to start visualizing ourselves here in the center of the forehead, that I am very peaceful star, I am very positive star. So when you start visualizing and you also create thought, you know, both things go together. If we start thinking and visualizing, then our concentration increases. And the more we are focused and concentrated, then we start feeling about it. So you are only not saying that I'm peaceful and positive, but you're also visualizing yourself, and you're also feeling yourself to be positive. And when you feel yourself to be positive, then automatically, you know, you radiate those vibes into the environment. So you need to start with your intellect to choose to be positive.
All
Yes,
right.
Geeta?
Yes, so go
Yeah.
back. So go with intellect, then mind, and then the body.
automatically the mind follows. You know, what we are trying to do is we are trying to control the mind, you know, without having the intellect, using the intellect. So what is happening is the mind is not in our control. So the control of the mind is in the intellect. The intellect is the actual controller of the mind. So we
Thank
need
you.
to focus on this intellect, visualizing ourselves.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Om Shanti. Anybody else?
Yeah, I have one comment also about the meditation. It was really nice meditation, it was good experience. So how, like, I also try to do every day if possible. So how long meditation should be doing, it's sometimes difficult for our, we have to rush to hospital and then, so do you think like even 5-10 minute meditation is enough, or you should be doing 15, 20, 30 minutes, or any special kind of meditation, just listen to the relaxing music, or any guidelines about the meditation? Yeah.
Yes, sure. This Raj Yoga meditation, which we teach here in our Brahma Kumaris organization, it is such a simple meditation exercise where, you know, anybody can do it, anytime you can do it, everywhere you can do it. It's like even if you have physical pain in the body, if you have breathing problems, yet you can do this meditation. And from a small child to a senior citizen to any religion, everybody can do this, and any time you can do this. But the best time to do this is early morning hours before the sunrise, because during that time we have the support of the environment also, because it's very silent and very pure, that environment. And when we wake up those early morning hours, and when we sit in silence, and when we are, you know, there's high level of concentration. According to Ayurveda also, it creates that vata dosh, and therefore it increases our concentration power. There are certain chemicals also which are secreted in the body during that time, early morning hours, which helps us in our concentration power. And therefore that time is the best time to start with, to sit in meditation and, you know, think about yourself and about God, and charge yourself, because meditation is actually charging yourself. Then throughout the day, every hour we have an app called as B Zone app. B Zone app. You will find it on Android as well as iOS, this browsers or this mobiles. And you just download that app, B Zone app, and there is one traffic control there. Every hour, if you put it on, every hour it will play a very good soothing music for 1 minute only. So as soon as that music played, you just say yourself that I look in, I'm peaceful. I look up, I'm grateful to God. And when I look out, I'm very, very useful. I'm giving and radiating positivity to others. You know why I'm saying look up and be grateful to God? Because up till now, whenever we sit in meditation or do prayers, we have always been asking God. But in meditation, we are being grateful to God, and we are seeing what we can give to God. And today is also American Independence Day. So first of all, happy American Independence Day to all of you again. And, you know, it's like, I remember John F. Kennedy, the first president of America, he said in his first presidential speech that do not ask what the country can give you, but ask what you can give to the country. So also do not ask what God can give you, but let us ask what we can give to God. And in the morning in meditation, when we have such positive thoughts, you know, high elevated thoughts, we charge ourselves. Then throughout the day, every hour when that music plays, we say look up, and we are grateful to God at that time. So again, we are charging up with positivity. And then at night, before going to sleep, when we do, and whenever we are drinking water, you know, because you're so busy, you may not have, so much of time to every time think about yourself, you know, connect with yourself from whatever you're doing. But whenever you drink water, that moment while drinking water, just tell yourself that I am a positive being. I am very positive, and you drink water. What will happen? You're charging the water crystals, it will be even charging your physical body. So while you're eating food, the time that you give to eat food, again offer it to God, be grateful to Him, look up, be grateful to Him. and then you have your food, it will turn into prasad. It will become very elevated. Of course, that food should be again devoid of non-veg and all that thing which creates negativity, those negative vibrations. So that is very important. So meditation you can even do while you are working. This I have told you meditation about 1 minute every time to just detach from everything and be yourself. But even while you're working, you can meditate. It's just like I'm talking with you now, but I'm still connected intellectually with the Supreme Father. I can intellectually visualize him, that I'm under his canopy and I'm very safe under his canopy. So while talking, while doing any of your activity, you can still be intellectually connected with the Supreme. You can be intellectually connected with yourself. For that, what you have to do is, as you prepare a to-do list, also prepare a to-be list. It's like you prepare a to-do list that tomorrow, or today, during the day, after this meeting, if you are going to go for another meeting, you make a to-be list that along with the agenda of that meeting, your to-be list would be that whenever I speak, I will speak with calmness. I will, whenever I listen to others, I will listen with patience. So add a value. To-be list is to add a value to whatever you do. And adding that value to whatever you do is actually meditation, because your values are inside you and you're connected with your inner self with that value. So when you're connected with the inner self and intellectually connected with God, while you're doing any task, that is meditation.
Thank you so much. That was very good information.
Thank you. Om Shanti. Anybody else, anything?
I'm going to read a few comments from the YouTube. Somebody said.
Yeah, any question there?
No, not question. Can you read those comments? They're very positive. People are thanking and that this was a great talk. Saying thank you for the enlightenment. Great going. Wow, this is great.
Do we have anybody which are known to you on YouTube?
I don't have any questions on YouTube.
Okay.
No.
So in the matter
Thank
of
you
time,
very much. It was very, very kind, very powerful, and inspiring. Certainly, we like to practice it in daily life. Thank you.
yeah, I would like to thank Sunita Didi for your precious time. We learned a lot today about positivity, and I think that's very important in our life these days. So I'd like to thank you everyone for joining us and I know we have a lot of other people who are watching on YouTube. So I would like to open the session for the feedback by Mr. Ramesh Shah. Are you available, Mr. Ramesh Shah?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, on behalf of Aipno and Medical Yatra, we are very, very grateful to Sunita Ji to bring yourself in our living room and family room on this screen. Our mission in Medical Yatra can be summarized in 6 beautiful words: healing hands, which our Yatra physician bring to Medical Yatra in India. Caring hearts, when they travel 8,000 miles away with their own money and registration fee, they are full with caring, love, and blessing for the person they meet. In the last 2 words, and they are very grateful, they are touching the lives of lot of rural indigenous population of India. In last 20 years, we have touched the lives of more than 300,000 persons in about 12 states. In last 2 years, Along with the primary care, we added the component which was badly needed of surgeries. With Rotary Global Grant funding, we have been able to do about 300 surgery in Gujarat, and now we are doing about 400, 500 in Punjab. This is a major addition to primary care that we were doing previously. Again, we are very, very grateful of the Indian community to invite us year after year after year after year after. Hopefully, we'll see you again in year 2021. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much. It was really a very pleasure and honor to be when you were in India here, to be at your service. And again, it's a great honor to be with all of you. And so may you enjoy this Independence Day with full positivity and that real independence from within. And I'm going to be live again in USA today evening, your USA time, 5 o'clock, and our India time is Sunday morning, 5:30 a.m. on Are We Independent? A question, are we independent? So let's answer to this question, are we independent, at 5 o'clock USA time today and 5:30 a.m. India time tomorrow morning. Please join the YouTube link which I have shared with you on the chat, and let's again, work upon this. Think about this and be that experience the real independence. So thank you once again to the President, Rupesh Raina ji, to Mr. Dharmesh Mehta ji, Dr. Mona ji, Ramesh Bhai Shah, Jaya Ben Shah, and each one of you, the esteemed members of Aipno, as well as everybody who have joined on YouTube and Zoom. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Shall we end the meeting?
Yes.